Jean-Claude Van Damme, a name that became synonymous with cinematic martial arts mayhem. But every great action hero needs a villain who can push them to their limits, and Van Damme has faced some truly menacing adversaries, some brutal, some cunning, and some downright terrifying. But which of these villains stands out as the absolute best? Let's find out! In The Quest, Van Damme not only stars, but also directs, crafting a globe-trotting martial arts adventure centered around a secret tournament. His final opponent? Khan, a towering Mongolian warrior played by Abdul Kisi, who previously menaced Van Damme as Attila in Lionheart. Khan is a pure physical force, a brutal and unstoppable champion, making him one of Van Damme's most imposing adversaries. In Death Warrant, Van Damme plays Detective Louis Burke, an undercover cop investigating corruption in a brutal prison. But inside, he's not just dealing with criminals, he's trapped with Christian Naylor, aka the Sandman, a sadistic killer he put away. Played by Patrick Kilpatrick, the Sandman is more than a standard villain, he's a nightmare. Unhinged, brutal, and seemingly unkillable, he thrives on fear and violence. Even behind bars, he's in control, biding his time for revenge. With his eerie grin and chilling presence, he stands as one of Van Damme's most terrifying foes. In Universal Soldier: The Return, Van Damme reprises his role as Luke Devereaux, now a civilian advisor working on the next generation of Unisols. But when the project's AI Seth, played by Michael Jai White, goes rogue, Devereaux finds himself facing an enemy unlike any he's encountered before. Seth isn't just a machine, he's a self-aware, highly intelligent super soldier with unmatched combat skills and a cold, calculating mind. Unlike previous Unisol threats, he doesn't just follow orders, he gives them. With his advanced programming and enhanced physicality, he sees humanity as obsolete, making him one of Van Damme's most dangerous and relentless foes. In Cyborg, Van Damme stars as Gibson Rickenbacker, a lone warrior in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. His ultimate enemy? Fender Tremolo, a towering, ruthless warlord played by Vincent Klin. Fender isn't just another scavenger, he's a merciless killer who thrives on chaos, leading a gang of marauders who terrorize survivors. With his deep, gravelly voice, dead-eyed stare, and sheer physical dominance, he's less of a man and more of a force of destruction. His brutality makes him one of Van Damme's most terrifying villains, embodying the savage world he seeks to control. In Hard Target, Van Damme plays Chance Boudreaux, a drifter caught in a deadly game where the rich hunt the poor for sport. The mastermind? Emile Fouchon, a cold-blooded mercenary played by Lance Henriksen. Fouchon isn't just a villain, he's a predator, sophisticated yet ruthless. He orchestrates human hunts for profit, selecting desperate men as prey. With a calculated mind and no remorse, he sees people as nothing more than sport. His calm demeanor masks his lethal nature, making him one of Van Damme's most chilling and intelligent adversaries. In Double Impact, Van Damme plays twin brothers Chad and Alex, separated at birth and reunited to take down the criminal empire that tore their family apart. One of their deadliest obstacles? Moon, a towering enforcer played by Bolo Yeung. With his imposing physique and ruthless fighting style, he stands as one of Van Damme's most physically intimidating foes, proving that sheer strength and cruelty can be a deadly combination. In Lionheart, Van Damme plays Leon Gaultier, a fugitive soldier forced into the brutal world of underground fighting. His ultimate challenge? Attila, a monstrous brawler played by Abdul Kisi. Attila is more than just a street fighter. He's a human wrecking machine, built like a tank and feared by all. He dominates the circuit with pure brutality. His reputation alone strikes fear into opponents, and his ruthless, methodical approach makes him one of Van Damme's most intimidating adversaries. In Universal Soldier, Van Damme plays Luke Devereaux, a soldier resurrected as a government-engineered super soldier. His greatest threat? Sergeant Andrew Scott, played by Dolph Lundgren, a psychotic war veteran turned Unisol killing machine. Fueled by bloodlust and a deep hatred for Devereaux, he thrives on violence, seeing war as his personal playground. Even in death, he refuses to be stopped, making him one of Van Damme's most unhinged and dangerous foes. In Bloodsport, Van Damme plays Frank Dukes, an American fighter competing in a secretive and deadly tournament. His final and most dangerous opponent? Chong Li, a brutal and undefeated champion played by Bolo Yeung. With a lethal combination of raw strength and ruthless precision, he dominates the tournament, breaking bones and showing no mercy, making him one of Van Damme's most iconic and feared adversaries. In Kickboxer, Van Damme plays Kurt Sloan, a martial artist seeking revenge after his brother is crippled in a brutal fight. His target? Tong Po, a ruthless Thai boxing champion played by Michel Kisi. With his towering frame, devastating strikes, and complete lack of remorse, he embodies pure brutality. His sadistic nature and overwhelming dominance make him one of Van Damme's most feared and unforgettable villains. Van Damme's greatest villains pushed him to his limits, each bringing their own brand of brutality, intelligence, or sheer dominance. But no matter the enemy, these battles forged Van Damme's legacy. Because in the end, a hero is only as legendary as the villains he overcomes. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content.